Well, I guess now that I'm here, I can. I might as well get this out before I go on another mini hiatus again. My thoughts on KH3. My thoughts on the KH3 that I'm not sure about. Okay, there's like a million videos saying the problem with Kingdom Hearts 3. This game is in 5 minutes or less, in an hour or less. It's fucking atrocious. Just come on. There's a few things weird about it. I wouldn't say they're awful things or bad things. I think that they could have been expanded upon. Overall, Kingdom Hearts 3 does not fully conclude much. Okay, wait. I don't think those are very worth it. Especially not early. Okay. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, I have a lot of heart points to use auto lock. I do not want that. Can I get another gear? I just want to collect all the gears pretty much. Prestige gear, extreme strength. Okay. Well, I need some abilities. Is what I need. This is dumb. This would help a lot. I don't know why there's 3 parts to it, since there's not much you can add on there anyway. And I need this. Do I have enough for the Keyblade? Wait. I can buy more than one of these? I don't need it, but whatever. Limit boost is nice. And now I can't buy that. But that's fine. Oh wait, I should probably get this. And that would be nice just to have it. I don't really want it. Increase your defense. No way. Well, might as well. Okay. What was I saying? Kingdom Hearts 3. Story wise, it concludes Xehanort's story, which means there's tons of other stuff that isn't answered. Okay, I will agree that it's not, in that sense, it's not a big enough game for it to answer every single little thing. Like, who are these characters' origins? Who's Arxine? Who's Marluxia? Who was Sora talking to in Purgatory? You know, all that other junk. So this is auto life. I'm gonna take out one of these, put that up here, and oof. You know, just other questions, like who was Luxord, like who was anything. And in the individual worlds, they don't really play themselves straightforward like the other games do, because in the other games the plot was just oh, it's the story of this movie but with Sora inserted in it. But in Kingdom Hearts 3, it's more like the story of that world has already happened, and Sora's on a little side mission with them, I guess. Except for Tangled, and Tangled is the most, or what's it called? Kingdom of Corona. It's kind of the most fleshed out, I would say. You can clearly tell they spent the most time on that one. Since... Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Since when you're walking around, like the plot of the movie happens, and then you go into town and it's a big area, it just opens up. Like, it feels like a whole world that you're visiting. Meanwhile, everyone argues that Frozen Land is the worst world, and second worst is Monsters Inc. But I think that's because both those worlds. Okay, you don't spend a lot of time in Frozen story, I guess is a way of putting it. I guess I just go and buy each individual world. Tangled is the best one. It's the plot of the movie. You fight Mother May I, and stuff ensues. You see some plot happen, and it was great. Why can't I fucking put this here? Oh, it's already here. That's why. God. I need to recuperate my thoughts. Anyway, in the Frozen World, you spend most of the time in the Frozen Castle that Larxene creates, I think, because I don't know. I guess what's her name? Elsa creates. No, it's a frozen labyrinth that Larxene creates, I guess. And then at the end of that, you reach the mountain, and it's just you don't even go into the town that they're in. The villain isn't revealed until like the last cutscene of that world, and it's like, oh, I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know who that character is, but if you haven't, that story doesn't do a good job at introducing everybody. Like you'll even see Hans until the very last cutscene, and then he turns into a giant heartless werewolf. Like, okay, whatever. And then in okay, Pirates is the second best one, I would say. It has a really big underwater area, which limits your abilities by a lot. Everything turns into aqua, fire, and shit. And it's one of those parts in the game that I could really do without. Like when, you know, like in just a game where, okay, it's like the part in Kingdom Hearts 2 where you get a new drive form and you get your second drive form, and then it's time to go to like by the time you actually get high enough level to be able to use it consistently, you bring the lion world and you have a lion form, and it just turns all that off, and it's like, oh, this sucks. And then not very cool, honestly. But overall, that world is great. It has a little mini metagame with its ship. You can level up your ship by getting crabs. They changed the plot of that by a lot, I would say, because I don't remember what happens in I don't quite remember what happens in Dead Man's Chest. All I remember is that they run on a giant wheel and Davy Jones' locker, and then oh great, you have to do this crap again. That has a really good mid boss. The giant vulture thing was cool, and the boss fight with Davy Jones is really cool. You know, that just world is really cool in general. San Francisco, I was surprised at how little that world actually has. The biggest part of it is the city, which I could not find for the life of me the actual map to the damn place. So I didn't know where I was going, and I got lost trying to look for a save point so I could leave the world when I tried grinding there for a bit. Well, whatever, I'm not gonna talk about each individual world. Just, there's several worlds that that aren't quite as fleshed out as others, and it's really noticeable. The Monsters Inc. world is one of them. Twilight Town has been condensed into one room, or essentially one room, and that's kind of bizarre considering how big the game is. That they make a previous town just one big hallway instead of being able to like walk around fully. It's like, well, okay, it's the Tram Commons, the forests, and the front of the mansion. I don't think you actually go in, which is kind of disappointing. I mean, I guess there's not really a reason why, but it's just weird that they didn't include that as a place you could go to. The gummy ship, I lot of people complain about it. I think it's a step up. Like, no, during casual play you don't want to explore the whole thing, but I like that it's there to do when the game is essentially over. Like, it's a thing to go through. It's not too annoying to deal with. You can still build your ship the same way you do in the other games, or they improved it again. I think I haven't used it myself. I just used the blueprints, but it's a lot more accessible, I would say, in terms of like building. And what else? Now I have fire, but I don't want to waste it. I tried using the C-stick, the non-existent C-stick. They are lighting up, right? Okay, that one's lit up. Okay, I probably should pick the ground combat one because this is getting annoying. Oh man. Oh no. This is not the mission I hope it is, because I am not ready for that. Well, okay, now I'm glad I picked it. Okay, combat. I like that it introduces the drives again, kind of, but attaches them to the Keyblade themselves. Like, the actual progression of Keyblades is my ideal, the thing I've been wanting. Because I hated the fact that in other games you got a new Keyblade, and since the old Keyblade was weaker, it was incentivized for you not to use that one anymore, and then you just had a bunch of Keyblades you're never gonna touch again. This time around, it's much more customizable, and you can use Keyblades however you want at any point in the game. They're not just irrelevant anymore, and they can all be upgraded. And it's another thing to farm for like materials and such. I kind of liked doing that in 2 when I actually knew what I was doing, and I noticed and I knew I liked finding out where enemies spawned and getting their drop rates and stuff, and finally synthesizing something. I'm fighting Lock, Stock, and Barrel. And in Kingdom Hearts 3, there's no Lock, Stock, and Barrel, so you don't have to worry about that shit. What else? There's a lot less fancy stuff you do ability-wise. Like, there's no... I don't think there's that many, or as many, unique finishers like Kingdom Hearts 2 had. Like, in Kingdom Hearts 2, you had the explosion, you had finishing slash, you had, you know, the spin attack thing that knocks people away, like all this initiator stuff is set up for your air combos. Since everything's tied to a Keyblade, you get that form's abilities and your movement completely changes. You can, one of the forms, the second form, which is a reference to 2, like second, like number 2, and akin to limit form in Kingdom Hearts 2, where you revert back to Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora. I haven't, apparently that form has most of your abilities in there. I haven't explored that much because it wasn't that interesting to me. What else? Okay, a lot of people complain about the attraction commands. Yes, they do get tedious after a while, but you can, the thing is, you can skip them, but it's sad that you can skip them. You've seen them enough times that you're just like, God, I don't want to use this anymore, and you just skip that and go to the dry form. It's kind of sad. They don't, like, late game, they don't end up doing that much damage, and you're just like, well, I just want to, they're nice for getting iframes during a fight, but that also becomes too easy. It's like, oh, I just want to be untouchable for X amount of time and also do damage. You just do the reaction command. And I haven't played it on standard. I started on proud because I just wanted to do that. But that's pretty much what fights became. Where I want to use a dry form, and then I need to go to the hole. Like, I want to use a dry form, and then the stupid thing comes up, and I want to just not use that. Can you, Roxas, can you just stop? Holy crap, when that connected, that's when it did the second hit. That's really weird. There's other mechanics involved too, like cooking, where you pretty much make it, it's like, I would equate it to the food mechanic in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where if you ate a dish for X amount of time, for X amount of time, it would give you increased stats, and it would last for a while. It have effects and stuff. Where am I going? Just defeat Heartless and collect hearts. Sure thing, buddo. It's freaking hot in here. I turned off the exhaust fan on my laptop so I could hear the microphone. But you can probably still hear their laptop because it's freaking loud and it's really hot. But I don't do this too often, thankfully. Okay, wait, so which hole was I supposed to go to? I don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna give you the bone to the dog. You do something. I don't know. I think it was just okay. I don't know. I don't think it's just okay. It was just okay. Cause, look, I knew there was no way in hell that game was gonna finish everything. It's like of course they're gonna try to milk it for more. Like, why would they just leave it at 3 games? Or 3 main games and a bunch of spin-offs? Like, of course they want to drag it out more. But, I think they can make as many games as they need to without making it feel like it's being dragged out. It's just like answer questions fast so you can set up for a bigger story. I don't know. But they just need to... Every game wants to differentiate itself by having different mechanics. It would be nice if there was just one standard gameplay style. Wait, no. Oh, I didn't even go up. Whatever. Alright, doggo. Do I actually need you to look at stuff? Probably. And okay, I thought he was gonna explode. I didn't hit all the balloons. It's probably in the balloons. Oh, he left the room. Okay. God, this mission is really long. Okay, where is it? I'm ready. I need to freaking find it already. Oh, those are big boys. Okay, I'm gonna use it. I don't have any others. Okay, wait, but there's bombs. Look at me, I'm over here. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. I can't believe those connected, but okay. I don't wanna do the whole thing yet. I just wanna get out of here. But people, if they wanna find things that are genuinely wrong with it, okay. But I don't think it's worth getting worked up over, honestly. But at the same time, they kind of have the right, since it's been so long. If it's less than what they've been expecting, then of course they can be upset. But I don't know. I just don't feel that it was that bad. Okay, but what I can't forgive is that for how long it's been and how long they've been working on this game, there's a huge lack of post-game content. Especially since it didn't look like they were doing a final mix kind of thing for Kingdom Hearts 3, since this is an age where you can update something either with DLC or adding on content to it somehow. And just recently, critical mode came out because everyone's saying proud mode's too easy, and it's apparently actually really hard. Which is good, right? Yeah. So everyone's kind of like, wow, this is really, really hard. I'm actually having to be on my toes, and now I want the stupid attraction commands to come back so I don't die. And that's really funny to me. But, okay, there's, compared to the other games, first of all, the secret boss in the game is lame. He looks like the Invisible, but he's holding 2 blades instead of 1. It's not even a character boss like most of the games. It's just a Heartless. It's just a really big, small Heartless that does really fast things. Okay, and everyone's like breakdown videos just have show off videos of them destroying it with like shield mode from Hercules Keyblade. Well, it's a new world. I didn't even think about this. I'm gonna do a lot of editing, so I'm just gonna leave it in. Ooh, the draw distance does not like those clouds. My voice is starting to hurt from talking so much. So this is Neverland. So this is the heartless I'm looking for? A wave crest? Okay, this world kind of sucks. Yeah, it's really big, which is cool. But they want you to look inside every corner. It's not very fun. Faster, Smee, put your back into it. Put your back into it.
I'm trying to get Captain. Hi, Captain Hook.
Look at his face. He's so crazy looking.
There's no mistaking it this time. This treasure's most certainly here. Faster, Mr. Smee.
That'd be a nice change for the last
dozen of places, Captain?
And with the
and with the luck you had fighting all the treasure master, we'll be rich in no time.
That's right, I'll be rich.
Look, bad impressions are the world's greatest treasure. If I did it perfectly, then what would be the point of watching, huh?
Aye, sir. Sire.
That's Dibley.
Sire, I don't think this is going to work.
Snively, don't talk back to me.
Whoa, wait, what happened? Oh, that's the chest. I thought that was Roxas opening his eyes like he got knocked the fuck out. A blast, another dead girl. Wait, what? That's not what I read. Confounded. I can't do it. Whoa. That gold is mine. Nobody else can have it. Nobody.